Hello everybody and welcome back to Serena's Soapery. Today we are going to be doing some sea sponge soaps. Now I have here this is a natural and synthetic sponge pack. I got this from Michael's. So let's open it up and see what's inside. So it looks like we've got some variety in the sponges. Let's see. This one is definitely a synthetic sponge. These other ones, there's like a random green string in here. Don't know what that's about. We've got some pieces. These feel really hard. I've never felt real sea sponge, so I don't know which ones are real and which ones are not. I mean, these look real, but for all I know, they could be synthetic. But this one is softer than these, so I'm more inclined to use this. I also picked up this mold from Michael's, so we're gonna be testing that out today. Let's see if this will fit in here. It will fit, but I don't want it to pop out. I might trim this down. We've got some other bits here too. I don't think I'm gonna use this one, but I think I can fill one of these molds with maybe the bits of these. Let's see. I don't want it to be super hard because these are very hard, but hopefully with water they will soften up. Let's see here. Okay, so maybe we'll do this one. These two like that. I think that's good. Okay, so I have some soap here. I've got some white and some clear. Let's melt this down and get soaping. All right, I'm gonna try to cut this sponge down a little bit to fit into the mold better. So let's give this a go. I just don't want it to like completely fill up the whole mold because then we won't like have any room for the soap. Actually, I think I'm gonna cut it in half this way. Okay, we've cut this down a little bit. I think that's good. Peanut, get down, please. Peanut can get a little bit riled up when I film soap videos. I don't know why, but if you see her doing anything weird, please excuse her. All right, we've got our sponge cut up where we want them to. We have some white soap and some clear soap base. I've got a new thermo gun as well. I'll link this below if you guys want to check it out. It's pretty good, I think. It came with batteries too, which I like. So let's see where this, oh, there's like a weird black something in here. Let me get that out. So I think I want to do a pink and white swirl for this. I'm gonna see how that goes. The sponge will probably affect it, but I just want to do kind of like a two-toned color. I feel like that will be more interesting than just a single color. So what I'm gonna be using today is Ye Olde Neon Pink by TKB Trading. This is a gel pigment, I believe. Yes, it's glycerin. You don't have to disperse this like you would other micas and rubbing alcohol and stuff. You can just put this straight into your soap. Our soaps are still a little bit too hot to pour, so while I'm waiting for those to cool down, I just kind of want to address something. You won't see me use any synthetic fragrance oil in my soaps. In my earlier videos, I did, but those were a few years ago. And a couple years ago, I actually found out that I was allergic to synthetic fragrance oils. And you don't realize how many things have synthetic fragrance in them until you find out that you're allergic. Now you may be thinking, I could use essential oils in soap, and yes, I could, but my skin is still reactive to some essential oils, such as citrus, and I just don't really want to take the chance because I don't sell these soaps. All these soaps that I make are for my personal use. So, you know, they got to end up being used up somehow, and I want to use them. And my sister actually also has eczema and can't use fragrance as well, so I give some bars to her. But I just wanted to address that in case y'all were wondering why I don't use fragrance oil in my soaps. That's the reason. Long story short, I'm allergic. So let's see where our soaps are at. 169, and 174. Let's go ahead and add the colorant. So I think I want to keep this base white, and then I'm gonna color the clear one with this ye olde neon pink. So let's do that. Actually, I'm gonna shake this up. Okay, let's do a couple drops of this. Let me mix that up and see where we're at. Ooh, I like that. That's super cool. Pink! Now, if you're trying to do swirls, you want to try to keep your soap at a lower temperature when you do that, because the lower the temperature of the soap, the thicker it becomes. These are still a little bit hot, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and pour because I feel like the sponge will cool it down fast. So let's see what happens. Actually, I'm going to do this one first. Okay, we've got some gross bits here. Sometimes the skin can kind of get in the way. I'm gonna melt the remainder of these down a little bit and fill these back up. All right, these are melted down again. I'm gonna add a little bit of pink to this because I added a couple of cubes of soap, so just wanna get the color back in there. Do just one drop. So let's spritz this with alcohol. All right, let's go ahead and pour these. Okay, so this is not my most graceful soap yet, and I think I was a little ambitious doing the swirl. So I'm gonna melt down some more soap, and I think I'm gonna try to do a third one with just a solid color and see if I can actually pour it correctly. I think I was overly ambitious, trying to do too many things at once. So let's try a third one and see how that goes. All right, so for this next one, I think I want to do some green. This is Ye Olde Neon Green by TKB Trading. The label is just kind of worn off. So I'm going to put a couple of drops in here. You know what? I forgot to mix it. Ooh, that's actually really pretty. It's like a pastel green. Remember, whatever color you add to clear soap base will be that color, but whatever color you add to white soap base will be pastel. Now, this is my first time working with sea sponges, if it wasn't obvious already, but I usually with embeds in soap, you don't want to put the embeds in first because it'll create air pockets on the bottom, but I don't know, every video I've seen of people using sea sponges, they always put the sponge in there first. So let's go ahead and let's just do that and see what happens. You gotta wait for it to like absorb. Okay, that's working quite nice actually. It's absorbing really well. I thought the soap might be too thick for it to absorb, but All right. Awesome. I'm just gonna pour the rest into here. I love having little scrap pieces of soap like this because I love, love, love making scrap soaps. So that is definitely a video that is going to be coming up if you're interested in that. Now all that's left to do is let them sit and I'll be back for the unmolding. All right, we are back. Let's go ahead and unmold these. Let's do our little scrap soap first. All right, let's do some of these swirled. Actually, let's do the green one first so we can see. Ooh, okay. So that's what that looks like. It's sticking out a little bit from the top. I like how you can see the sponge kind of through the soap. That's cool. And as you use it, it'll expose more of the sponge too. Cool, okay. All right, let's see what is going on here.
Gene, drum roll, please.
Ooh, okay. Not bad, actually. I'll have to clean up the edges with a knife, but I mean, it's not bad. I like how the colors didn't just completely mix together. Like there's still distinct colors here, which is definitely what I was going for. So, okay, cool. Let's do this other one. Ooh, that's kind of cool. There's a pretty distinct swirl there. Okay. Well, this definitely isn't bad for my first time using sea sponges. So I want to know what you guys think in the comments. So please let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one.